Welcome back. We're delighted this time to have Robert Dobson, who's the VP of Technology Partners for Device Authority.
Nice to be here.
Pleasure to have you. I suppose for the viewers, just have a little bit of an introduction to who you are, what you do, what Device Authority do, and where you come from.
Yeah, no worries. Well, thanks for inviting me to this little intro. Yeah, Rob Dobson with Device Authority. We are a business really focused around how you secure the IoT and how you can manage your identities and zero trust through your IoT ecosystem, and really to address the scale challenges, so how you automate identities, keys into your IoT apps and your IoT devices. We work very, very closely with lots of tier 1 vendors across that space, as I mentioned, medical, industrial, automotive, some gov-fed based stuff as well. So if you've got a challenge around the scale problem, then please come and talk to me.
Plug. So obviously with Device Authority at the moment, your personal views though, how are you finding the industry of cybersecurity at the moment, or security as a whole? What are your thoughts on it?
It's an interesting one. So if you'd asked me that about 5 years ago, I would say to you that it was very much a education phase, and everyone saying, "Oh no, I don't need to worry about that," and we don't need to focus on that area. But over the course of the last 2 or 3 years, there's been a real focus and a real change. And lots of businesses now, from what we see, the use cases that are being applied are very much taking it seriously, especially with things like just an example, the EU Cyber Resilience Act, which is in proposal just coming out, clearly lays out a fundamental set of requirements that need to be addressed. And I think that's going to be an evolving thing. So yes, it's becoming more serious. It's going to the CISO level. Security's definitely having an impact. And you can just have a look online today and see the types of security attacks that are happening. Not only the fact that, through specific exploits, right? It's just across the board, and you'll see some of that thrown through the conversation today.
Do you think there's an element of waking up?
I think there is. I think there's an element of waking up. There's still those that say, "Oh, do we have to pay for security?" Well, yes, you do, quite frankly. And clearly there's a drive for making it as zero cost as possible. But at the same time, look, you still need to put the right processes in, solutions in place.
I've got times today where it's quite expensive to put it in. Okay, but what are the implications if you don't? How much is that going to cost you? And something happens.
Well, is that exactly that, right? So it's you don't want it landing on the CFO's lap or the legal teams, and all of a sudden you've had a massive data breach because of a weakly secured IoT device which you've put in the middle of nowhere, and someone's managed to get into a corporate enterprise. Not a good scenario.
Not a good scenario. Skipping completely off what we were talking about, buzzword of today, bombs or something. Talk to me about these bombs.
S-bombs.
There we go.
And it's not a Tom Jones song. It's actually a software bill of materials, and there's a lot of focus around software bill of materials. In fact, about 18 months ago, the US government and Joe Biden came out with an executive order around critical supply chains. And one of the elements was around zero trust. Another one was software bill of materials. And that anyone producing product, services and solution going into critical infrastructure in the US has to be able to produce and share a software bill of materials. And the reason for that is that they recognise that there's going to be exploits, there's going to be vulnerabilities found in software. It's all about the visibility of that software to the end users of those products and services, so they can do something about it, right? So maybe you get a 0-day attack or an exploit found in a particular library. If you've got response published across all your products, you can quickly understand, hey, I've got this critical vulnerability across my millions of devices. And equally, the latest proposal for the EU Cyber Resilience Act is calling out software bill of materials for IoT type products and various other products as a fundamental thing that you have to be able to publish, and you have to be able to use to help you manage your vulnerabilities across your whole supply chain. In fact, I'll be talking about that in a bit.
Oh, there we go. Exclusive. I think it's interesting. Do you think we're close to having that across all connected devices at the moment?
I think it's been rolling out across the US in the last 18 months. It's been through various proposal phases and so forth, and working groups and so forth. And I have had customers say to us they've seen the requirement come through contracts now, through the procurement process, to say, tick box, have you got your published S-bomb, yes or no, which is interesting in itself. The EU is lagging behind that somewhat with the EU Cyber Resilience Act, but equally clearly there's still stuff
Yeah.
moving in that space. Over the next 2 years, you'll see that, I think, coming through and starting to
In the next
populate.
couple of years.
I think clearly, what's the UK going to do to respond to that as well from the UK standpoint? So NCSC and Co, I'm
Yeah.
sure, are looking.
I would
That's
imagine
fine.
they're doing something.
What they
behind
do,
the
yeah.
scenes, Okay, so very quickly, a question I'd like to end on. Let's do it in a couple of sentences because I'm conscious of time. If you were to give advice to anybody watching in terms of how to secure something or a security bit of advice, what would you say?
I would say you're not alone. Don't try and do it all yourself.
Yeah.
There's various tools and documents that can help you, not to say
Yeah.
one but least, the IoT Security Foundation, the assurance framework, which has been out now, and actually,
Yep.
as of today, is over 50,000 downloads, has been used in lots of different
Yeah.
applications, so that's one example. There's lots of businesses that can help you as well, including Device Authority around your identity management and zero trust.
Yeah.
So, don't do it alone.
Don't
There's
do it alone.
experts that can help you out there to support your business and use cases.
Perfect. Rob, thank you very much. Let's
No
just
worries.
end on where can you find Device Authority with the website? Where can we find you? Social medias?
Yeah, you can find us online at www.deviceauthority.com. On LinkedIn, it's at Device Authority. And if you want to follow me on LinkedIn, it's Robert Dobson. Or if you want to find me on Twitter, it's IoT_Dobson.
There we go. Perfect. Pleasure.
Brilliant. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you so much.
Cheers.